Do you support Donald Trump?
I support Donald Trump. Yes, some of his policies, not him, mostly as a person.
Like, if you could go back in time and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump, most likely, judging on what I like know now
Okay, for sure.
currently.
Why so?
I like what he did with the big beautiful bill. I know you said earlier that sorry I'm nervous, but I know that you said earlier that he like did not put tax cuts for people in the lower class. Is that correct?
I said that there was a decrease in after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners, according to the Big Beautiful Bill. I mean, to the
Okay.
Congressional
Well,
Budget Office analysis of the Big Beautiful Bill.
oh, so I'm sorry. What was according to the congressional? What was that?
Congressional Budget Office.
Congressional. Okay. I was just doing some research while you were arguing, or not arguing, debating with other people on waysandmeans.house.gov, and they're saying that people that make under 100K do get a 12% tax cut, and people making under 50K a year household income make 14.9% tax cut. And he also protects
Wait.
7.2.
Who said this?
Sorry,
Tell me the
sorry.
title.
Waysandmeans.house.gov. I don't know if that's like a
Those are
reputable
House
source.
Republicans. You want to go to the Congressional Budget Office because they're a
Oh yes,
nonpartisan
yes, of
committee
course.
from the federal government.
Is there a website I should look up for that?
Congressional Budget Office. Look up CBO, Big Beautiful Bill.
CBO. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look into that.
Uh,
However, I did like some of his other things, like in the Big Beautiful Bill, like how he protects 7.2 million jobs for Americans. I believe that is in that.
how do you protect 7.2 million jobs?
Mostly against like the use of AI and stuff like that. I don't think AI should be used for like not like regular workers, like taking over people,
Wait,
like
what
how.
did it say in the Big Beautiful Bill to restrict AI usage?
Again, I found that on waysandmeanshouse.gov. Don't know if that's true, but I just read it up
Um,
on there.
um, if anything, Trump supporters are claiming that they are deregulating AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a computer science major, and I don't advocate for that at all. I don't think that is right at all for people to be taking jobs because of AI.
Okay.
But
So if they're
um,
deregulating AI, that would be taking more jobs, right?
if they're dereg, like, what do you mean by making it like more accessible for people, or
It would
what do
just
you?
so again, if you deregulate AI, if you limit the level of regulations that can be placed on AI, well, then that would lead to there being less jobs, or more jobs,
Yeah.
right, taken by AI, right?
Yes, I agree. If there were no regulations on the current use of AI, you could probably make an AI that can program itself to make itself like super exponentially smarter than every other person and take most of everyone's jobs. Yes, I agree that there should be limitations against that and limitations against like how developed AI can be. If that makes sense.
Okay, that's the opposite of what Trump's advocating for. So, like, again, what in the Big Beautiful Bill seemingly
Really?
do you like?
Like I said, I do like the child tax credit. I know it would have been better under what's Kamala,
Kamala,
but
yeah.
oh yeah, did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. But there's also different things that I liked about him, not just the big beautiful bill. I did like his I well, not currently the tariffs, but I know that that's more of a long term thing than versus like a short term thing. In the short term, yes, people will be paying more for commercial goods. Yes, jobs will be limited because you can't build a factory in like a single month or 6 months. The school across from my middle school took 2 years to build, so I know that that takes a while. Will it happen in his 4 years? No, I don't think. I think he should be putting in different rules for longer terms, not just short term things. If that makes sense, I'm sorry.
Tariffs aren't going to like benefit us in the long run. There's no good evidence it's going to be beneficial to our economy in the long run.
Well, I mean, car companies like Honda and Nissan have increased production in the U.S. and and started
They've been
building.
doing that for years prior because of just
Yeah, they've been
profitability.
doing that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was that? Sorry.
It's profitable for them to do so. That was pre-existing Trump's
I know, but
administration.
if the tariffs are in effect, they're going to be building more because we are like I believe off the top of my head from when I last looked it up, it was like 30. We're like 30% of Japan's GDP, just based on like, well, not their GDP, but like their income.
30% of Japan's income did what?
We most of 30% of Japan's like imported or exported goods, their income from exported goods comes from America, I believe. I might be mistaking that with China or
30,
some
you
other
mean
country.
30% of Japan's exported goods go to America?
Oh no. Like the money, like 30% of the money that they get from exporting goods from their country, is from America because we're a lot of people, right?
Yeah, so 30% of their exports are to the US.
Uh, yeah.
Okay, what's the issue?
Oh, well, I mean, if 30% of their exports are to the U.S. and if people from, sorry, I'm nervous. If people from the U.S. are like decreasing in buying stuff from the Japan, would they not want to make more factories in America so that the tariffs won't hit as hard? I know the tariffs like also impact like the materials to get the stuff there. So, like, say if Japan was like building a car, like the tire there, if that makes sense.
So it will. So here's how the way it will increase the likelihood that manufacturers will go to the United States is by making products coming from countries around the world more expensive, right, to the American
Uh,
consumer.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
Yeah, the way
Sorry.
that they incentivize the American consumer to buy the American-made product is by making products from other countries around the world more expensive to the consumer.
Yeah, but it's American made. So, like, if Honda were to build more factories here, that would one make more jobs. I know you said about that earlier in the stream, but also make more factories for more jobs and make more cars that are made in America for
I
a
just want
decrease.
if it is the case that this job wasn't profitable now, what makes you think that it's going to be that profitable for the workers now? Like, if they can't pay the workers now, how is it going to massively change with that much of a distinction?
Wait, what do you mean they can't pay the workers now?
If they can't pay the workers to produce it in the United States now, right, then it's going to be massively more expensive to do that in the United
Oh,
States.
do you mean like because the wage is lower in Japan or
No.
like minimum wage is lower? What? I'm sorry, I'm misinterpreting what you mean.
Yeah. If it is the case that we can't do the production in the United States, the American manufacturing in the United States, then
Yep.
that means it's going to be much more expensive here to do so.
I mean, I see what you mean. Yeah. Can we? Yeah, I guess you're right there. Is it possible we can move on to another topic, or
Sure.
did I allot my
What
time?
topic would you like to talk about?
His Donald Trump's stance on abortion. What's your stance on abortion?
Oh, I think it should
If
be.
I can ask.
Yeah, I don't think abortion is wrong prior to sentience.
When do you believe sentience is? I
20,
remember that Charlie Kirk thing.
20 through 24 weeks.
20 to 24 weeks. All right. So, do you believe that a woman should be able to have an abortion for any reason before that? Like, for any reason whatsoever?
Yeah,
What if the man doesn't want an abortion or doesn't want her to have an abortion? Like, what if they're married, for example? Like,
she can still get an abortion.
yeah, but why shouldn't the man have a say in it?
So
I
cringe.
know.
Are
Like,
you,
it's a
wait,
I know
wait,
it's
wait, wait,
another
wait,
like
wait, wait.
everyone says
To
it.
clarify, do you think that she should be forced to go through the pregnancy because the man wants her to?
No, not at all.
So then
I
what?
think what we should.
So then you agree with me?
Oh well, no, because like I think we should have in a way like you know how you can fight over custody of a child in court. I think that you should like say for example, you don't want an abortion because
So you think in order
like
for
you
someone to
can.
be able to get an abortion, they have to go through the context of a court system to be able to
Oh, I mean
fight
it's
for
the
that
same
by
thing
the
for.
what?
Oh, sorry,
For control
This
over their own body?
I mean yeah, but like it like
Yeah?
men are also.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
How would the court process even be within enough time that they could do that during the pregnancy to determine whether or not they would get an
Well, I mean
abortion? Wouldn't
they
that
have
just be
custody
extending how
court.
late they get the abortion till way later?
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. But I mean they have custody court and stuff like that. So how is it any different for fighting of custody over a child versus fighting for custody over whether or not you can get an abortion or not?
Oh, because it's non-sentient.
I'm sorry, what was
It's
that?
not sentient. It's not a person. And by the way, don't doesn't this happen at birth? Like they get those particular protections at birth. So
What do you what kind of the
yeah, like currently legally, like if you're making an argument based upon the current legal systems that exist, well, currently legally they don't get the rights till birth. So
Oh, okay. That's interesting. But I think isn't Donald Trump trying to change the fact of like where fetus is defined as a human, or is he?
He can try to change that, but currently the law, that's what it is.
Okay, okay. I see what you mean by like um. Wait. I'm sorry. Can you say that? What you said in the most recent thing? Where yes, I agree. It would be kind of it is the woman's body, and she should like it is her body. She can get an abortion if she wants. I just think
Yeah, it
that
should be
the
legal,
man
right?
should have abortion should be legal. I like what Florida has
Wait, the
currently,
man
where
should
it's up to
what?
six.
The man should what?
The man should have some kind of say in it,
How? In what way?
um uh like if a man says that he doesn't want her to get an abortion, I don't think it should just be ignored for the fact. Like, for
So
example,
what
yeah,
legal way are you going to respond to this? You could say you think it shouldn't be,
I know there's
but what
no
but
legal way
what
response.
legal way?
I know there's no legal way. There's no possible legal way where it could be a thing. But most of the time in society nowadays, if a man was to say like I think I want this child, then the woman will most likely, if she wanted an abortion, she could just get the abortion and just gloss over the entire man's opinion, if that makes sense.
And again, why would that be wrong that she's allowed to do that?
Because again, it's a father as well. Like it's a mother and a father. It's
Dude,
not just
dude,
a
I'm a
mother.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Why the hell would I have a say?
I get that. Well, I mean, like, okay, so I had this girl, right, and like she got pregnant, she got an
You were
abortion,
in
and
a
I was really bummed out
relationship.
about that. I'm sorry, what was that?
So you were in a relationship, and the girl you were in a
Yes, sir.
relationship with got an abortion. You were upset with it, and
Yeah,
okay,
because I thought I could be a father. I wanted to be a father. Like,
okay, then be a father
I,
with someone who wants to be a mother.
I guess, yeah, I see where you're coming from that, but like,
Like,
I
dude,
don't think
if
that.
don't you
No,
don't want
yeah,
I'm sorry, you don't want to like have a child
no,
with
you're good.
someone that doesn't want to have that kid, right? Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, like, bro,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's
No, I
not
don't think
only
there
is
is
that
any benefit
toxic
in
that
this.
you wanted her to specifically do that in that context when she didn't want to do it, but it's also bad for you to be in a relationship where both sides aren't wanting to have kids. Go and be in a relationship where they want to have a kid. There are plenty of people that
Yeah.
want to have children. If you want to have a child, be with someone who wants to have a child. If you want to be with someone that is anti-abortion, be with someone who's anti-abortion, but don't legally force everyone to comply with that.
Okay. I'm not anti-abortion. I think what Florida has, where like up to 6 weeks, or like you
Like
said
again,
20 weeks,
there are
right?
women who are anti-abortion. There are women who want to have
Yeah, yeah,
children,
yeah.
right? It's but you just need to be clear. You need to like clarify these boundaries that you have. Like oh, I want to be with someone who has these views before. Like if you have those views, don't bring them up like later on or force them on people when they don't want to
Oh,
have children. You know, that's like
that's what you mean. Yeah.
it's a toxic way of engaging in relationships. And it's so much more healthy to find people, right, that have like are on the same page as you within that respect, right? Because those are fundamentally important things that it's gonna be incredibly hard
Uh,
to have and maintain a relationship where you guys are differing on those perspectives.
yeah, I guess I never really thought of it like that, but yeah. But I do believe like sort of what Florida has in it's like abortion up to 6 weeks, or like health of the mother and stuff like that. I think that's fine. I know you said 20 weeks was what was it? 20 weeks was sentience.
20 24 weeks, yeah, and then after 24 weeks,
20.
like that's viability. So at that point, it's just an induction of labor.
Despite oh okay.
Does that
So
make
like
sense?
after 24 weeks they shouldn't be able to have an abortion unless it's like
Well,
if the mother's in danger,
understand
or
it this
like the
way.
mother's life in danger.
After the
Okay.
context of 24 weeks, it's already the point of viability. So if you were to get a lethal abortion, you would have to give birth to a baby. So it's either you give
Yeah.
birth to a baby or a live baby.
Oh.
And it makes most
Yeah.
sense in that
Okay.
context to give birth to a live baby because again, if you want to,
Oh.
the whole goal is to
Yeah.
terminate the pregnancy, not kill it, right? If we could
Yeah.
terminate the pregnancy without killing it, most people would probably do that.
Oh, I see. I was just misunderstanding your whole preference on, or not preference, or side on abortion. I thought you just like never mind. What about this is gonna be a bit of a hot topic. Trans people in sports. Do you disagree with what Trump's doing there?
Yeah, heavily. I think after
Okay.
multiple years of HRT, there are not unfair biological advantages that would make it so unfair that there needs to be restrictions on people playing. If you actually care about fairness, well, there's a hell of a lot of trans people that will be able to play because they won't make it unfair if they play. You know?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, I know there's like military studies on like the whole trans people with trans people in like their fitness way, and like how like a trans woman, that means a trans woman is a biological man that became a woman, correct? Sorry.
Someone who's a trans woman, right, is biologically male, but they are a woman.
Yeah. Okay, yes. So a trans woman, there's studies like done in the army, which is like where most studies come from, where a trans woman is still like as physically capable as a regular woman. I agree. Um, but do you think that trans people should be not glorified, but like as normalized as they are in society, like currently?
One, I don't think trans people are glorified. I think if anything, trans
Yeah.
people are
Okay.
incredibly stigmatized. By the way, when you said regular, you meant to say cis. In that context, it'd be cis,
Oh,
or
I'm
just
sorry.
means
Sorry.
not trans.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's what I meant by. Did I say regular?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about
But
that.
yeah,
But I believe like. Oh yes, you can go.
but
Are we
yeah,
gonna say something? Oh, but I believe that the stigmatism. I think I'm using that word right. Um,
stigmatization.
Stigmatization of trans people in our society. Like, say for example, Chapel Roan, like saying, "Oh, trans people exist. You guys should be loved." I agree. I like they're people. People should be loved. No one should be like discriminated against. However, like a child seeing that, they might see Chapel Roan saying that and be like, "I like Chapel Roan," and she only views people of trans, and like a child might be like, "Oh, I'm trans now." If that makes sense. I'm sorry. And that is like kind of a blown out of proportion, like a take on that, but like
That
like
was, dude, that's kind of diabolical, dude. You think that someone's gonna become trans because they heard Chapel Roan say that it's okay to be trans?
I mean, when I was a kid and Goku wanted to do the
Wait, wait,
spirit
wait. Hold
bomb,
up,
I
hold
put
up,
my
hold up,
hands in
hold
the air.
up. W Chapel Roan for that one. Two is it
Yeah, yeah.
relates. Two is it relates to this. Saying it's okay to be trans doesn't make people trans, right? If you were
Oh
told
yeah.
when you were a child that it was okay to be trans, would that have made you trans?
Me particularly, probably not. But I know like kids are impressionable. Like I said earlier, like a couple seconds ago, when Goku would like do the spirit bomb, I'd put my hands in the air because I thought like he was real. I thought Dragon Ball was like a documentary. But like some kids may see Chaperone saying that and feel like the only way to be validated by Chaperone is to be trans, or like trans leaning, or like if that makes sense.
No, Chapel Roan never said that I only
No,
specifically
no,
validate trans people or something, right?
no,
She
but
she
like
just said
because she
trans
doesn't
people
say like,
exist
oh
and like should be
yeah,
treated with dignity. Like that's literally all she said.
I agree, but like she doesn't say like, oh, like other what can I how can I say this without being super offensive? Like she doesn't say like other people, oh, I like other people or stuff like that. She usually just says that about like trans rights and homosexual rights. Hold on.
So wait, if you say it's okay to be gay, is that gonna make you make kids gay?
No, but like if they're
Okay, wait.
validating,
So
yeah,
how is it
yeah,
gonna
go.
make kids trans to say it's okay to be trans?
Well, she's validating the whole like trans ideology, so I feel like in
Yeah.
a way, in a
Wait,
kid's
trans
eyes,
identity
it's
is
a,
valid.
yeah, no. I agree. Trans identity is valid, but like if she's particularly saying trans identity specifically is valid, then kids might view that and say,
Like you just
"Oh,
did
I
that.
need to be
Wait, wait,
trans."
wait. So
Okay,
if you
yeah.
just did that, are you doing that?
Uh, well, I mean,
You
I
just
don't
said
believe
you
kids
just
are
said
watching
trans
me.
yeah, kids are watching right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're on TikTok. There
Oh,
are
yeah.
kids just scrolling by on their for you page. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, in that sense, but I just don't think it should be like heavily in our media like that. If that makes sense. Like I'm not saying I dislike trans people. Like they're people. Everyone deserves everything. But like I think
By the way, saying trans identity is valid is not going to make people trans. Also, I
I
just want to
just
let you
feel
know
like
why would if it is the case that's like making people trans, right? You're saying people are choosing to be trans. Why would people choose to be stigmatized?
uh like why would people choose to
Yeah,
be like
why would
discriminated
people
against?
choose to go through the level of stigmatization that trans people have to go through?
I feel like as a kid you're like less intellectual, so you just see, oh, I like Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan says this. I have to be this to be liked by Chapel Roan. I know she didn't say I only like trans
So then to
people.
clarify, if it is the case that every celebrity is just saying that like people are straight or is just straight, isn't that just incentivizing people to be straight when they aren't? Under your view?
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like if like other people were to say, "Oh, being
Yeah,
straight is
yeah,
awesome,"
it's
then
turning
like
it's turning people straight, right?
yeah, if they're saying specifically, "Oh, being straight is awesome, super cool," then yeah, I
How,
feel
how
like
about
that would.
how about this? If they say being straight
Yeah.
is okay, are they turning people straight?
Okay, well, I don't know if you could be turned straight. I believe like your sexual
Okay,
identity is
okay,
determined at birth.
okay, could you be turned cis, right?
Could you be turned?
Specifically
Like
because it is the
from
case that
like
it's
a hetero,
yeah,
not a
people
heterosexual.
say it's okay to be cis. Will that turn people cis?
If a child was born and they were like set on their transgender like ideologies and like how they believe like
No,
that,
no, no, no.
and
Listen,
oh yeah, sorry,
if they're just told that it's okay to be cis,
if they're told, yeah,
does
I
that make
believe
them
that they
cis?
might. Will it make them cis? Probably not, but I feel like they would like
Okay.
align like their personality and stuff like
So that
that
wait,
so
wait,
that
wait.
they
So
could be
if it
valid.
doesn't
Yeah,
make
yeah.
them cis, what makes you think that saying it's okay to be trans is going to make people trans?
Well, how would like if like a child was to see Chapel, like again, Chapel Roan said that child saw that. I know, bro, but
Dude,
like,
you said that trans
uh,
identity is valid. Therefore, under your view, you're
yes,
doing the same thing Chaperone is doing.
yes, sir.
So then, are you just as responsible for what for that as Chaperone?
Well, I mean, Chapel Roan has a major following. I'm just
And
some
by the way,
random guy
what's
on the
wrong with
internet.
her acknowledging the reality that trans identity is valid?
I feel like it'll like swing more kids to like the way of transism. Like,
No,
what's that? What's
being
the word I'm
trans.
looking
Well, then they
for?
were already
Being
trans.
trans. Yeah.
Well, then they were
What
already
if they were already
trans.
trans? Then it wouldn't
She's just
change
creating a
much.
more accepting culture for trans people to be themselves.
Yeah, but like if like a kid is more impressionable than like a fully
Being
grown
trans
adult,
is
then
not
you shouldn't.
contagious, dude.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I understand. Like again, right? Just because kids are impressionable doesn't mean that kids are just going to be trans just to be trans, right?
Okay? Do you believe that kids can change their preference later on in life, or do you
Can
think that
people? No,
like that's
I don't think people change their preference.
okay? So okay, I understand. I understand. Anyway, okay, let's get back to
I don't think
Donald Trump.
sexuality is based on choice. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, me too. Let's get back to Donald Trump. What was some good things about the Kamala, or yeah, the
Kamala.
Kamala? How do you say that again?
Kamala. You can just say Harris.
Okay, the Harris administration that you like,
What are some good policies you mean?
other than like the child tax thing and like
I kind
first
of
time
mentioned a
homebuyers.
lot of them to you. So it was the $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes, the $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, 3,600 to them being 5 years old, 3,000 to them being 18. There was also the $2,000 cap on pharmaceuticals out of pocket, getting rid of the effective medical debt on your credit, $35 cap on insulin for everyone, not just people who are on Medicare.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There were
That's
plenty
good.
of policies.
I do like the insulin thing. I believe that life-threatening stuff should be cheaper, but I don't know if universal healthcare is the way to get that. I feel like universal, like Medicaid and Medicare, are like currently good ways of having that. I don't think free universal healthcare for everyone is good.
The reason why they're not is because people can be taken off of it.
What do you? Oh, what do you? Oh,
And it can be
like.
restricted for people. It should be
Oh,
universally
really?
applied because there shouldn't be these types of restrictions. Donald Trump is trying to
Yeah.
restrict people's access to Medicaid. 10 million people are going to lose their Medicaid because of the different restrictions that they're putting in place. So I don't like the idea of means testing the programs in terms of health insurance. Means testing meaning you only apply it to some people based on income qualifications and based
Okay.
on certain
Okay.
qualifications. You should apply it
I
to
see what you mean.
everyone so that it can't be restricted from people and which should have access to it in any circumstance. Everyone needs health insurance. Every single person. Same way everyone needs to go on the public roads. The same way that
Yeah.
everyone needs to be protected by the
I
police.
believe
The
that.
same
That's
way
great.
that everyone needs to be protected by firefighters. The same way that everyone, you know,
Yeah.
has access to those certain social programs. I believe in universal
I I
programs.
I have not been to a checkup in like 2 years because I just can't afford it, stuff like that. Like my deductible is like $3,000. That's a lot, but I'm just a broke college student. So, um, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. How would you choose like what doctor then under this universal under Harris's universal healthcare?
You essentially, well, I mean, under Harris isn't advocating for the healthcare I'm advocating for right now. She did in the past,
Oh,
but like she can't currently get it in place right now because of
oh,
compromise with Republicans.
oh. Well, if Harris was president, what would
If she
she?
could, I think she would
Yeah.
probably go with what I'm advocating for, pretty close to it.
Okay, then how would you put like choose what the doctor you would want under this system?
You literally just go to the doctor. You pick which one you want, and you go to that
Yeah.
doctor whenever they have openings.
What about if like the best brain you have like a brain condition and like the best brain surgeon in the world is at one place, but he's like fully booked up for years, and you want to go to him specifically? How would that? How would you do that?
If there's 100% booking, you can't go to them. You have to go to someone else.
Okay, okay, but like okay, I see what you mean. All right,
By the way,
well,
if that person has so much demand, it would be incredibly expensive within the private market. There's so many people demanding
yeah,
them.
yeah,
It
no,
would
no,
cost
100%,
$15,000 to go to that person. You can't afford the $15,000. You can't go. You got to pick someone else. So
yeah, I agree. I agree.
that certain process exists now. It's just people who can pay can get around it.
Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Let's talk about like machinery. Like, say you need an MRI to know if like you have a brain tumor or something, but like all the MRI machines are booked up because like something's going on in the world, and like everyone's like really ill. How would you
If there are no
Sorry.
MRI machines that are free, how does the private model fix that?
I don't think the private model would fix that.
It
I
doesn't.
think that it would. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
It doesn't, because it would be just incredibly expensive. You wouldn't be able to afford it because it would be $1 million. You
Yeah,
know what I
we
mean?
wouldn't
Like,
need to wait like 12 months, this random number, 12 months
well,
for an MRI.
you wouldn't be able to get it at all under your model
What do you mean?
because it
Why
would be
not?
so expensive. If you don't
No, you
have
can still get it.
regulations in place, I just want
I
to let
get,
you
I
know,
get.
if you will, if you don't get access to something, you will spend as much money as you physically possibly can to
I
be able
agree.
to save your life. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
That's why the market system crumbles, is because the demand for the good is so unbelievably high that even given a change in price, there's not that much a change in demand. That's what's called an inelastic good, meaning
In the
that
last, okay,
for every percentage change in price, there's a very, very, very small percentage change in demand
okay,
because
okay.
people need it to survive and they're going to demand it regardless. If you're in the middle of the desert, you have no water. How much are you going to value water? A
A
hell of a
lot.
lot.
A lot, yeah.
Would you loan out $1 million if you're literally going to die of thirst? Yeah,
100%.
you would do that.
100%.
And if everyone else would do that, that'd be an insane price for it, right? So
Yeah.
because it's so thrown off in terms of the market, because it's the base core necessity, it creates such a set of conditions in the market where the supplier can price gouge the out of you
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, I agree.
you have such a
Yeah.
high level of demand for it. And that's why these market conditions break down, is because there is a
Oh,
profit
yeah.
incentive from a supplier standpoint to gouge the out of you for things that you
Oh.
need to put
Yeah,
profit
yeah, yeah.
over life. And that's why we don't think that should be the case. No one should
Yeah,
be
I
able to
agree.
like make that
I don't think it
determination.
should be profit over life. My father was a flight surgeon in the Air Force, and he says that the number one thing that he liked about that was that he wasn't incentivized to like sell things to people, if that makes sense. Now he's an OBGYN. Look at that. Anywho, my phone is about to die. Thank you. I like the points you made. I am very much considering switching now.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.